Hello, everyone. John and I are going to talk in this episode about different jobs, our first job, and the pros and cons of each job. Let's get started.
Hi, Sarah. How's everything going with work lately?
Hey, John. Work is good, but I've been thinking a lot about different types of jobs.
Really? Like what?
Well, there are so many types of jobs. Some people work in offices, some in shops, some outdoors. Each job has its own good and bad sides.
That's true. I've had both indoor and outdoor jobs, and they're really different.
Same here. I used to work in a cafe, and now I'm in an office. It's interesting to compare the two.
I can imagine. So, what do you think are the best and worst things about working in a cafe?
Working in a cafe was fun because I got to meet new people every day. But it was also tiring because I had to stand for hours.
Yeah, standing all day can be tough. Did you enjoy talking to customers, though?
I did. Some customers were really nice and friendly, but others were difficult. It taught me a lot about patience.
I get that. My first job was in a shop, and dealing with difficult customers was the hardest part.
Exactly. And now that I'm working in an office, it's so different. I sit at a desk most of the time and it's less tiring, but it can get boring.
Yeah, I think office jobs have that problem. You don't move around much, and it's easy to feel stuck.
I totally understand. I've had a mix of both. I worked in an office for a while, but I also did some freelance work from home.
Oh, freelance work sounds interesting. What was that like?
It was nice to have the freedom to work from home, but it also meant I had to manage my own time, which can be hard.
I can imagine. Having flexibility is great, but I guess it's easy to get distracted when you're at home.
Exactly. You have to be really disciplined. And sometimes I miss the social aspect of going to work and seeing colleagues.
That makes sense. I think working with others can be motivating, even if it's not always easy.
Yeah, teamwork can be great. But I've also had experiences where working with a difficult team made the job more stressful.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's hard when you don't get along with someone at work. It affects everything.
Exactly. Have you ever had any difficult colleagues?
Yeah, in one of my old jobs, there was a coworker who was always negative. It made the whole team feel stressed.
That's tough. It's amazing how one person can change the whole atmosphere at work.
Definitely. It taught me how important it is to have a good work environment. It's not just about the job itself, but the people you work with too.
Exactly. Speaking of which, what's your dream job?
My dream job would be something where I can help others, maybe teaching or working in healthcare. I want to do something meaningful.
That sounds amazing. Helping others is definitely a rewarding goal.
What about you? What's your dream job?
I'd love to be a writer. I enjoy creating stories and sharing ideas with others. I think writing allows you to express yourself in a unique way.
That's wonderful. Writing requires a lot of creativity. I can see why you'd enjoy that.
Thanks. It's something I've always been passionate about. But sometimes I wonder, is it more important to follow your passion or to find a stable job?
That's a tough question. I think stability is important, but if you don't enjoy what you do, it's hard to stay motivated.
I agree. Money and stability are important, but happiness and satisfaction matter too.
Exactly. If you're not happy at work, no amount of money will make you feel better.
True. But it's tricky to find a balance. Some people are lucky enough to have both a job they love and good pay.
That's the dream, isn't it? To have a job that makes you happy and also pays well. But I think for most of us, we have to choose one over the other. It's rare to find both. Do you think you'd ever take a lower paying job if it made you really happy?
Hmm, that's a hard question. I think I would, but it would depend on how much less the pay is. I still need to pay bills and save money, you know?
Absolutely, I get that. It's all about finding the right balance between money and happiness.
Yeah, exactly. I have a friend who works in a very high-paying job, but she's miserable. She said the stress isn't worth the money anymore.
That's a tough situation. I guess sometimes people think more money will solve all their problems, but it can actually bring more stress.
True. I think that's why it's important to figure out what really makes you happy. Money is nice, but it's not everything.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'd rather have a job that makes me happy, even if it doesn't pay a fortune.
Same here. I'd rather wake up excited to go to work than dread it every day, even if it means earning a little less.
It's all about balance. I guess the perfect job is the one that gives you both enough money to live well and enough happiness to enjoy your life.
Thank you, John. It was a great conversation. Now I have to go and finish my work, but before that, I'll ask a question to the followers. What is your ideal job? Write your opinions in the comments. That's it for the topic. Don't forget to learn the new vocabulary you've heard and seen in this episode. See you later.